What's going on? It's your boy Eastside JP back at y'all another episode of the Shoebox Money Podcast with my dog DJ. We had a lot of questions, a lot of things stated in the comment that we kind of wanted to touch bases with y'all about, you know what I'm saying? So here we go, giving y'all a part 2 of me and DJ. What's going on, brother? Glad to have you back.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me back, man. I'm good, bro. I feel like people really got what I said twisted last time. Like, people were mad, man.
Why you think they were so mad? What they had twisted? Break it down.
I think it was a little bit of truth in there that people didn't like.
And what part? You talking about the part where you were saying not everybody need to have a business?
Yeah, not everybody's suited to own a business. Like that's just the truth. But for those that want to get into it, I wanted to come back and clarify, like, what does it take? What is the reality of it?
Right.
It hopes that, if you do want to go down that journey, that you got a playbook.
So give us break down your playbook. Like what's the break down the fundamentals, you know what I'm saying, of what somebody need in order to run a business.
Yes,
a successful business.
Yeah, man. So like, it, in case y'all haven't watched the previous video, just establish a little bit of credibility. I've started multiple successful businesses, real estate. I'm a C-suite executive on the healthcare side of things now. I've had a lot of success in a lot of different verticals, right? It doesn't really matter what business you start. You got to have the skill set of business, right? I touched on barbering last time. We talked about, being a barber. You're a great barber doesn't mean you should open a shop, right? Being a barber is a skill. Running a business is also a skill.
It's a skill.
Right? So that's a skill set that you got to develop and have. And once you have that skill set, for a lot of people, you can do it again and again and again in different verticals, right? Like I've seen, some of the other episodes since, and everybody owns, multiple businesses. They might be in 5 different things. And the people are like, well, how do you do it in different things? Because it's just one skill set.
Their skill set is business.
It's just one skill set, right? But really the skill set is psychology, right? So I'm well educated, but I'm not formally educated in psychology. But bro, I've read 100+ books on psychology, abnormal psychology, sociology, understanding people, right? Because when it comes down to business, all you're doing is selling something. But in order to sell something, you got to know the what, the why, and the why not.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So if you understand the human nature behind that, then you can sell anything.
So, you know what I'm saying? Basically, you know what I'm saying? What he's saying is, it's just all about, you know what I'm saying, knowing what people want, figuring out what people want. You know what I'm saying? Noticing the problem and becoming a solution. And it's kind of like music. Like, good music don't sell unless it make you feel something. You know what I'm saying? It gotta move you. Like, business it's an emotional thing. You know what I'm saying? People are emotional.
That's it. So bro, that's key, right? That's key. So let's start there. Let's really dive into it, because I always tell people, like, hey, go deeper. Okay. Right? Go deeper. So let's, remember I own that meal prep company.
Yeah.
Right. So if I asked you what we were selling with a meal prep company, most people say, oh, you're selling food. We're not selling food with a meal prep company. Then people are like, what do you mean you're not selling food? That's literally what I'm buying. Yeah, that's what you're buying, but that's not what I'm selling you, right? Exactly. If you're buying meal prep, in case nobody knows, like your week full of meals, right? You're buying convenience.
Exactly.
But even deeper than that, you're buying your time back.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So what you're really shelling out the money for is time freedom. You're saying, hey, instead of me having to put the time in and the energy to research what I need, to understand the nutrition, to go and cook all this food, to package all the food, I'm paying you to do it instead. I'm paying you to save me the time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the kind of lens you have to look at everything in business with. Because now that I understand that I'm selling you your time freedom, that's how I go and market it.
Mm-hmm.
If you go and market food, you may not capture the right people. You may not capture anybody, because that's not what people are looking for. If I'm just looking for food, maybe that's not the right audience, right? So that's how you got to approach it.
That make a lot of sense. And I mean, I can, it's like the same thing with shoes. Like when I say it's kind of emotional things, like with shoes, we kind of selling like more so than selling just a pair of Jordans, we selling exclusiveness. You know what I'm saying? Exclusiveness. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't get their hands on them. That's what make the market go up. You know what I'm saying? That's what make the value go up. Now, we also, you know what I'm saying, we might sell running shoes. Somebody might just want comfortability. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily that they just want a Nike, you know what I'm saying, or a Reebok. They want a comfortable running shoe. You know what I'm saying? So it's knowing what people want, it's a bunch of things, you know what I'm saying, that go into business than just business, buying and selling, you know what I'm saying, and making money. You know what I'm saying? If you think you just gonna take some money, buy some, and sell it, like you going at it, you going the situation all wrong. You want the situation all wrong, you right. It's a lot of psychology that do go into it.
Yeah, bro. Like, so you mentioned, exclusivity, right?
Yeah.
So that's based in the psychological principle of scarcity, right? So that is what pervades literally everything in at least American culture, right? Is based on the fact so scarcity is the idea that there's a limited amount of resources, right? That's what our financial system is based on. That's why the dollar is worth something, because we think, oh, there's only X number of dollars, each dollar is worth whatever. Shoes, all right, there's only so many of these that drop.
It's only a certain amount of pair releasing.
That's where the value comes from.
The value come in.
Right. Hey, I can't even get my hands on these. I got to go get them from JP. I'm paying extra because I know I can't get them anywhere else.
Exactly.
And I want to be one of the people with it, because that means that I've got clout. That means I've got access. That means I've got money. Like you pervade this lifestyle.
Access granted. You feel exclusive. You feel
exactly.
You feel like you a part of a club that everybody else can't be a part of.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
But that all stems from scarcity. So I got asked to give a lecture at a college the other day, and we were talking about this because, I'm in healthcare now. Like, that's my main thing, right? Yeah. So speaking to the scarcity of health, right? So I was talking to PT and PTA students, so physical therapists, physical therapy assistants, talking about, if a patient comes in and they're like, hey, my ankle hurts, you need way more information than that to actually treat this patient, right? Mm-hmm. Because for one, it takes a whole lot for somebody to actually, nobody wants to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody. Yeah. It takes a whole lot for somebody to say, hey, this is affecting me enough for me to have to go. So then questions become, all right, why did you make that call? Is this person an athlete? Right? Is this ankle their livelihood? What stage of the athlete is this person? Are they high school? Do they have D1 offers? Are they college and they're about to go pro? Are they pro and they're about to sign their next contract? Like, all of those things play into how you treat this patient.
Right.
And the craziest part about how humans work is they don't even know those things, right? You have to ask them the right questions to get it out, to actually treat them appropriately, because they're not here for their ankle. Like, yes, they're here for their ankle, but that's not what actually brought them in.
He ready to get back on the court.
Right. Like, let's say high school athlete, you got a bunch of D1 offers, right?
Yeah.
Let's say they're from the hood. They're the first person in the family that's got an opportunity to make it out. If you can't ask the right questions to get that out of them, you don't understand, hey, this person's terrified, because their entire identity, their whole identity is wrapped up in whether or not they can play basketball.
Exactly.
The support for their family moving forward is wrapped up in whether or not they can play basketball. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, everything that they've done to date is wrapped up in whether or not they can play basketball. If they can't play basketball anymore, kid may have no idea what he's going to do next. Mm-hmm. So it's way more than just an ankle. And I say all of that to say that that's how you got to approach everything in business, right? Why are people looking for this product? What does it take to sell them on it? Why wouldn't they why wouldn't they buy it? Why wouldn't they call the doctor? Like, all of those, you got to ask those questions, because that's, when it comes to marketing specifically, that's how you can sell the right product. That's how you can be successful in business over and over and over again, because you know the what, the why, and the why not.
And you want to know something? That's why Jordan constantly able to sell the same shoe over and over and over again. Every 7 to 8 years, he gonna redrop the same shoe. You want to know why? Because maybe you was 14 and 15 years old and you couldn't afford this shoe then.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? And when now you 21, 22, you making your own money. You know what I'm saying? You feel like you feel like you need to have it. You looking for that validation.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? That you couldn't get when you was when you was a kid, because you couldn't afford the shoe. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now, like we said, you got the exclusive. You got the exclusiveness. Like you. I don't want to make it like everybody just buy shoes to be cool or to feel cool, but that is part of it.
That's a huge part of it.
You know what I'm saying? That is part of it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people didn't get to feel that way in high school. A lot of people living like a small part of their childhood dreams when they put these Jordans on.
Yeah, because, bro, think about it. How many pairs of shoes do you actually need?
One.
Yeah. So why do we have closets full?
Exactly.
It's not about shoes, right? It's about a lifestyle. It's about how it makes me feel when I put them on. It's about what I think I project into the world when I put on this pair of shoes that nobody else has.
Man, you're 100% right.
And I would argue, bro, that Nike's not even an apparel or shoe company. They're a marketing company, completely and entirely. Like they sell a lifestyle.
You're right. Yeah, just do it.
Just do it, right? I want to be like when I think about Nike, I think about the best in everything.
Yeah.
Right? I think about Tiger, I think about MJ, I think about the best in every single sport. And I don't care what it is. I just want to be associated with greatness, with Nike, because they're synonymous with the best.
Exactly.
I don't care what type of shirt it is or shoe it is. I pretty much only wear Nike. Why? Because that's the lifestyle that I've become accustomed to. Like, I want to be associated with greatness.
What Apple selling?
What Apple sells?
Yeah, what they selling?
That's actually a good one, bro. I've never actually thought about that one.
The sales status.
So that's actually interesting. So what Apple sells is interesting because Apple really is only dominant in America. Like, we got to zoom out a little bit, right? You think everybody has an iPhone. Overseas, Apple does not have the stronghold on tech, phones, like laptops. Like, that is truly an American-only thing.
Right.
They have a very small market share globally. And reminder, America is very tiny compared to the world, right?
Yeah.
Super small. Like, we got to zoom out and get out of our own bubble a little bit.
Yeah.
But in America, I do believe, as Alan pointed out, that they sell status, right? If you don't have an iPhone, like we talk about blue text messages versus green text messages.
Yeah.
That shit doesn't mean anything at all. Okay. But we've made it a thing because it's a status thing, right? But it actually
and you know it doesn't mean
anything.
nothing. But you don't want no green text message, do you?
No, I don't want a green text message. Like, I hate that shit. But why? If you really think about it, it's stupid. Like, there's nothing to it. It's just we've come up with this idea that green is less than blue.
We didn't come up with this idea. Apple probably did.
They did, bro. They're a genius marketing company because we literally buy a new phone every year.
You're right.
And it's the exact same phone.
I feel like when they drop a new phone, they do something to the old phone and make it not work as good. The picture, like not for real. Camera ain't as good no more.
Yeah, see, now we get into all types of controversy and conspiracy theories.
It's crazy.
I believe that too, bro. But it's wild. Like, people will literally go and buy the exact same product. Okay, we upgraded the camera and
we're gonna buy it again.
And we're gonna buy it again.
I'm gonna buy it again.
Yeah, just because I gotta have the 17 because that's the cool thing. Everybody's got the 17. But man, getting back to like how we apply that stuff, it really, I would really encourage people to just think deeper as to the what and the why. Mm-hmm. And the why not. That's critically important too, right? Like, why wouldn't somebody do this? Mm-hmm. Because humans don't necessarily act in our own best interest.
Okay. So the whole thing we talking about, just to bring y'all back, you know what I'm saying, bring y'all back up to speed is how to successfully, you know what I'm saying, have a business or start a business. You know what I'm saying? Like this, and we really got kind of deep on the understanding that business got a lot to do with psychology, you know what I'm saying, more than anything. What's something else out of your playbook, you know what I'm saying, that you can give them?
Yeah, man. So like, let's break it down like stepwise. So step one, find a problem and solve it. I think what a lot of people get stuck on is they try to like save the world when they start a business. You don't have to do that. Like, you really just need to find a tiny inconvenience and fix it. Bro, like, think about, like, remember the selfie stick?
Yep.
Somebody thought it was a great idea. Somebody was like, hey, you know what? I can't get everybody in the frame. Yep. So I'm going to extend. That's not a life-changing idea. Like, that's a super minor inconvenience, bro, that I can't get. That's a tiny inconvenience. Yet they turn that into a multi-$100 million business. Super simple.
You're right.
Right? So you don't have to change the world or reinvent the wheel. Like, you got to find a small, I would say, especially in America, find a small inconvenience, because we've pretty much solved every real problem there is. Find a small inconvenience and fix it. If you can do that, that's a recipe for a winning business. Step two is understand the psychology behind who is experiencing that small problem. Mm-hmm. So we talk about the selfie stick. Elderly people aren't buying selfie sticks. Right. They don't know anything. They're not taking selfies, right? So who's your target market? Figure that out. Then figure out, okay, what can they afford? Can they afford, like, is this a problem that, and there's another thing. Just because it's a problem for you doesn't mean it's a problem for
everybody else. Yeah, somebody might not take pictures at all.
No, right? So just because you're like, man, this is a great idea because it applies to me, no. Don't start a business because you think it's a great idea. Like, okay, maybe you have a good idea, but then you need to go get independent feedback on it, right?
Exactly.
Does this actually work? Do people actually want this? Does this? just because it solves a problem for me doesn't mean it's something that people will actually go and buy, right? So that's critical too. But then you got to figure out, hey, okay, now I know I've solved a small problem. Other people would, think that this is a small problem, that they love this idea, and not just your family and friends, right? Like actual random people that'll give you real feedback. Then you got to figure out, okay, who, what, why not?
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't they buy this product?
Mm-hmm.
Then that's how you build your marketing.
I want to touch on what you. I just give them a couple more examples of companies that saw a small problem and fixed it. One of the big ones, one of the major ones is DoorDash. I guess they just woke up one day and said, "Don't nobody want to order pizza every time they want to get have some food brought to the house." You know what I'm saying? And they figured out a system. They figured out how to get you food from almost any restaurant that you want delivered. You know what I'm saying? Right to your doorstep. It's just what they selling is what? Convenience.
Convenience, yeah, selling your time, and they solve two problems too, in the sense that also supplies a whole lot of jobs, fills a lot of time, right? That you may not have been able to fill otherwise. Like, let's say you got to put some money together and figure something out, add some extra, cash to the shoebox. Those types of platforms allow you to do that.
You're right.
So they really solve the problem on both ends.
So we got understanding. You know what I'm saying? If you want to have a successful business, you know what I'm saying, you need to understand that business got a lot to do with psychology, and you need to understand that it has a lot to do with problem solving skills. So you want to have a successful business, learn some psychology, learn what make people tick, learn to figure out, you know what I'm saying, what people like, they dislikes, you know what I'm saying, what move them, and work on your problem solving skills. Figure out how to solve problems for people. You know what I'm saying? Like almost anybody in we ain't even got to talk about companies. Like you think about you think about lawyers. Like lawyers get paid because, you know what I'm saying, they solving, you know what I'm saying, they solving somebody problems. They figuring out all the information, you know what I'm saying, that need to be found out, you know what I'm saying, to help their client to the best of their ability, whether they a real estate lawyer, a entertainment lawyer, or a criminal lawyer. You know what I'm saying? They all solving problems one way or another. So, you know what I'm saying, problem solving is major, you know what I'm saying, major key. What's the next? What's next in the playbook?
Yeah, man.
Coach?
So the thing is, like, once you start to really learn human psych, and I talked about this in that lecture I gave, is as you go through, and we touched on scarcity. That's just like one of dozens of different human principles, and it's just how we operate. It's just understanding how we operate, naturally based on our chemical biology. All of the stuff that we are naturally wired to do. Once you really understand that, what the thing that I always get asked is, okay, well, aren't you manipulating people? And the answer is, does it matter? Right. So going back to healthcare, talking about, patient care, talking to these students, and at the end, that literally they're all like, but aren't we manipulating people? I'm like, yeah, but it doesn't matter in the sense that you're manipulating them into doing what's best for them. Right.
And this, I can't remember who I was having this conversation with about manipulation, and some people being manipulators. Like everybody, you know what I'm saying, everybody manipulating their own way, you know what I'm saying, because everybody in the world just trying to make something happen for themselves, you know what I'm saying, and get what they want.
Absolutely.
It's just, and it's really what you said. It's all about how you use manipulation. You can use manipulation for good, or you can use it for bad.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If you're using it for the wrong reason, then yeah, that's fucked up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. Like, Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. Like,
exactly.
If you understand, how people work, you can get whatever you want out of people. You can. That's dangerous.
Exactly.
If used incorrectly. But speaking in the terms of, every salesman is a manipulator. Like, that's why there's a negative stigma with being a salesperson, right? People understand that there's some manipulation involved.
There's some mom out there right now manipulating her kid to eat vegetables.
But is that a bad thing?
It's not a bad thing.
No, right? Because you're getting them out of their own way to do what's best for them.
To do what's best for them, exactly.
Right, so I'm not sitting here telling you to go, sell a bunch of BS and get over on people. I'm saying, hey, if you're truly solving a problem and it's what's best for them, manipulate them into getting out of their own way so that they can get what they need. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Again, not saying go fuck people over. I'm not saying that at all.
Right. And that's where I think people get misconstrued. They manipulation, they automatically think like, you know what I'm saying, fuck them over. And it's not. Well, more times than not, that is the case, but
unfortunately,
more times than not, that is the case, but Now, manipulation ain't got to be a bad thing, but
No, it's not. So getting back to the playbook, step one, find that problem. Step two, understand the what, the why not. And then step three is bring that product to life and market it in a way that is targeted to the what, the why not.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We got a lot of tools now with digital marketing that allow you to segment and pick exactly who those people are and show it just to them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you can really be effective and not spend a whole lot of money and reach your audience with your product.
You're right.
And then another thing too, I think we're saying product, service, whatever it is whatever problem you're solving. You don't have to go spend a whole lot of money to figure out whether or not this works. You can test it, small market. Like let's say, hey, I got this idea. I think it can solve the problem for every person in America. Okay, start with your neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Does it work? Do people like it? What are their questions? What's the feedback? Do you need to make changes? And then you go do it. Like you don't have to go dump a whole lot of money into something just to start. You can really take baby steps and make it work. But I think one of the things people run into is they found the problem, they know the who, the what, the why not, and then they go head first into it and they hit a wall. And like, oh, I don't have anything else.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna hit walls no matter what. Like make sure that the walls are as soft as possible as you keep running through them by mitigating your risk by, hey, how do I set up step one, step two, step three? Because you're not going to get there overnight. Everybody wants to make money overnight. Even the selfie stick, I'm sure that took years. But then when it gets to our timeline, we're like, oh, snap, this just happened overnight. No, it didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Right? No, it
Mm-hmm.
didn't. So you got to take that approach. Like, you understand that with the rare exception, it's going to take a minute for your business to be successful.
And something that I want to piggyback on what you said. Some people appear to make things happen overnight. Like it's some people, it's people that can start a business, you know what I'm saying, and it can be an instant success, but it didn't happen overnight. They might have had multiple businesses. Like once you know what I'm saying, once you know the rules to business, you can apply it to any business, you know what I'm saying, or any product. So just because you've seen somebody start something that worked for them overnight, you don't know how many businesses, you know what I'm saying, they done been a part of, how many losses they took, how many chances they took, you know what I'm saying, because I got some, you know what I'm saying, I got some that I'm finna try right now, and it's I'm moving at a fast rate. Like it's almost like, jumping into some overnight, you know what I'm saying, but I'm almost certain that it's gonna work. I'm almost certain that I'm gonna make a nice return, because, you know what I'm saying, I got a bunch of good information and everybody saying, you know what I'm saying, the same thing. And that's something you learn, you know what I'm saying, that's something you learn in business. The more business you do, you learn, you know what I'm saying, you learn the questions to ask. You learn to understand, like, by asking certain questions, is this something I should be doing, or is this something, you know what I'm saying, I shouldn't be doing? But he right, like, even if you start a business or you see somebody start a business and it happened for them overnight, that particular idea might happen overnight, but he might have been in business, you know what I'm saying, and working on business, like understanding psychology, understanding people, working with people, you know what I'm saying, for years.
Yeah.
For
Bro,
years.
That's a great point, bro. I don't know who to attribute this quote to, but they say I didn't fail. I just learned one way not to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The more mistakes you make, the less mistakes you make.
You're right.
You're absolutely right. So like if you've gone through 10 iterations of a business and they didn't work, and you learn mistake here, mistake here, mistake there, you better not be making them at business 11 like that. That's
Exactly.
the point of learning.
That's the point of learning.
So it should get easier. There should come a point where you're like, damn, everything works for him. Yeah, because everything didn't at one point.
Exactly.
Right. I learned enough to not continue to fail.
It's not even necessarily that this is just a great business. You know what I'm saying? I have just become a great businessman. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. It all comes back.
It's a skill.
It's a skill.
It's a skill.
It truly is. You understand people, and then you begin to understand yourself, and you learn the confines of, hey, I can't do this, I can't do that, I should put my money here, I should not put my money there. It's a skill.
So what my guy's saying is, you know what I'm saying, you want to learn how to be, you want to start a successful business or learn how to have a successful business. Understand what you are want to become. You want to become a businessman, or a businesswoman. So before you try to have a successful business, learn the skill sets to become a successful businessman or a successful businesswoman. Because That's your key to having a successful business. Like, you can't go to the NBA, you know what I'm saying, without being a skilled basketball player. You can't be a barber without having the skills. Like, you can't do any profession in life, you know what I'm saying, without having skills. Being a businessman, having business, you know what I'm saying, it's a profession. You know what I'm saying? It's our profession. And there's rules to it. It's a playbook to it.
Yeah, bro. Like,
You gonna write them a playbook?
You already wrote the playbook.
Yeah, I did. But I don't know if we didn't talk about psychology. We didn't get in as in depth as we are in this conversation right now.
Oh, we're still just scratching the surface, bro. That's the crazy part.
All right.
Like even in
All
that
right.
lecture that I gave, I was like, hey, this is 3,000 level. Like there's still so much to learn. Like we touched on just one of many different things to talk about. But I think, bro, the thing that like you hit the nail on the head with is just because you're educated, just because you're skilled at something. We talk about barber, like I see it every day. Doctors, right? You think of doctors as these highly intelligent people, and they are, but they're highly intelligent with the human body.
Exactly.
They don't know anything about business in most cases, right? Like
exactly.
That's why people like me exist, healthcare executives, consultants, because we know the business side.
Mm-hmm.
They know, and it's a great merriment, right? Going back to what I said before, just because you have a certain skill set does not mean you should start a business. And that's why you brought me back, because you wanted me to kind of clarify that, because people didn't like that comment very much, right?
Yeah, people was on it.
But what I was saying, what I was trying to convey with that is, just because you do something well does not mean you have to own a business surrounding it, right? You can be extremely successful just by staying in your lane.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about NBA, right? You can be an extremely successful ball player and never own the league or own the team, or like, right? There's a lane for you. Like, I don't know at what point in American history we stopped or started believing that you had to own your own business. And maybe that's just a natively American thing, because thinking back on American history. Anyway, you can be wildly successful and live a very comfortable life working for somebody else. Like, I don't know when it became a bad thing to work for somebody else. And that's coming from somebody that's owned businesses, still owns business, but I do work for somebody now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, my life is good. Like, we're good.
It's a lot less pressure.
It's a lot less pressure, but I also have the freedom. I have everything that I like, things that I lost in pursuing my own businesses, I gained back by actually working for somebody else. So I think what I would question people with is, why? Why do you want to be a businesswoman, businessman? For what? Because I would highly, chances are, when you really seek out that why, you can do that in a much easier manner, in a much more healthy and balanced manner than going and starting a business. Because it's not for everybody, bro. Like, you're not going to just go start a business and just, I'm going to work 4 hours a week, like 10. That does not exist.
And what I want y'all, what I want y'all to understand, you know what I'm saying, and not get confused, because I know I got to break things down, you know what I'm saying, like in the simplest form for my audience, like and for me, I need stuff broke down to me in the simplest form. Just because he's saying that everybody should not have a business does not mean you should not be saving and investing. Does not mean that you shouldn't have a shoebox money, you know what I'm saying, of some sort, whether it's a bank account, whether it's a safety deposit box, whether, you know what I'm saying, whether you have a business or you working, you should be investing. You agree
100%.
with that? You should be, you know what I'm saying? You should be investing. And investing wisely, you know what I'm saying? Investing wisely, you know what I'm saying, and being disciplined with your money can afford you to not have to work, you know what I'm saying, for anybody else. But that still doesn't mean that you should have your own business.
Yep, totally agree.
And we just came here, you know what I'm saying, to kind of break that all the way down to y'all, you know what I'm saying, because y'all giving my boy a hard time, you know what I'm saying? We want y'all to understand where he was coming from. And I need for y'all to stop getting so out y'all feelings, man, and listen with y'all heads and not y'all hearts, you know what I'm saying? We here to motivate and inspire. We here to motivate and inspire. So, you know what I'm saying, listen to the message. Really, really, really listen, you know what I'm saying, to what he's saying and what I'm saying. And apply some of it. Look in the mirror. Ask yourself, you know what I'm saying, like really ask yourself, should I have a business? Should I not have a business? Am I better suited, you know what I'm saying, working for somebody else? Like, and that's a key ingredient in being successful. Being honest with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Being honest with yourself. You gotta ask yourself the tough questions. You might not like some of the answers, but you know what I'm saying, it's necessary for your elevation and your growth.
No, that's critical. You touched on getting out of your feelings. If you're an emotional person, business is not for you.
No, it's not for you.
It's not. You cannot make decisions based on your feelings.
It's not for you. Like me and DJ. We good. You know what I'm saying? We good friends. Like he very, you know what I'm saying? He very strong minded. You know what I'm saying? He got his own ego. I'm very strong minded. And I got my own ego. We work good together. Sometimes I might run an idea by him and he might say, that shit ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? That's a bullshit idea. I don't know. No, that ain't gonna work, JP. Or he might say some shit to me and I'd be like, well, no, my audience ain't gonna like that. Dang, we can't do that. This shit ain't gonna work. Like, we can't get in our feelings just because we don't like what each other saying because we got something bigger, you know what I'm saying, ahead. So yeah, being emotional. You want to be a businessman, businesswoman, you know what I'm saying? Being emotional is not gonna work. You're trying to be in the wrong game.
Yep. No, there's no emotions tied to dollars. I mean, that from a leadership perspective, from a business ownership perspective, like no decisions can be made based on feelings.
No, they can't.
It's dollars and cents. That's it. What
Dollars and cents.
does this P&L say? What's the best decision to make based on that? That's it.
Exactly. You got anything else for us in that playbook, Coach?
Man, I know we close to time, probably overtime, really. Man, last thing I think is you mentioned clarifying that you should still be investing in something. Absolutely. Like your shoebox, you can't just pile money in it because that money is losing value every single day.
Every single day. So
you got to put it somewhere. So again, as I'm saying, not everybody should own a business. Everybody should be investing. 100% of people, you got to put your money somewhere or you're losing it, right? So that shoebox is important. You gotta put money in there so that you can invest it, but you got to take it out and invest it. It should be a stop, right? You put the money in the bucket, and then you take it out and invest it and let it do something else.
Exactly.
That money's got to make money for you. That's the only real way that you'll never work for somebody.
Exactly.
The only way. Because even if you start a business and it's successful, things change, things happen. That business is not permanent. It's not guaranteed. The only thing that's permanent is if your money is making money.
It's making money. And even that, like you said, business, you know what I'm saying? Businesses fail, they change, they go out of style, you know what I'm saying? Times change.
Pandemics happen, wars happen. Like there's
things not necessary no more. Even some of the things, and that's why we getting into having the skills. Even certain things that you know what I'm saying, that you invested in. Like you might think you got a sure thing that you invested in, you know, that you invested in, and that's not going good no more. So you need to learn the skill set. Yeah. Even investing, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, it's a skill. You know what I'm saying? Discipline is a skill. You need to learn those skills. Discipline and investing. It ain't even about what you investing in. Just learn that skill.
Yep, 100%. So solve a small problem.
Yep.
Figure out if it's a problem for others.
Yep.
That's outside of your family and friend circle, right?
Yep.
Then understand the psychology of the who, the what, the why.
Yep.
Then ask yourself, hey, is this something that I am actually suited to do?
Exactly.
Should I keep going with this? Is it worth it? Can I get out of my feelings and push forward? Am I going to be able to run into wall after wall after wall and keep going?
Yeah.
And if so, then you keep going.
At one point you did music, right?
Yeah.
I did music too.
Yeah, man.
And like we both, you know what I'm saying? Like in our own ways, you know what I'm saying, our own separate cities, we both had success, you know what I'm saying, and what we was doing. But we both came to the realization, like, you know, what's my main goal in life? And we had to be real with ourselves, honest with ourselves. I don't think music would have got any one of us there.
No, man. My goal is to create opportunity for others. Like that's what I truly believe I'm on this planet for. That's why I love mentoring so much. That's why I love that opportunity to, you know, give that lecture to the students at the university. Like that stuff, man. And of course, you know, develop my team because I'm a C-suite exec of a rather large company. Mm-hmm. So I got, you know, 40 plus direct reports and then people under them, and I get to mentor them directly. So like that is what I get the most fulfillment in. Mm-hmm. And I would not have gotten that with music. Honestly, in my own business, I probably would have never gotten to that point, you know, had I just stuck with those things. So yeah, you got to ask yourself the why. Because the money is necessary, but that may not be, it's not the most fulfilling thing.
No, it's not. It's not,
bro. Because I promise you, like, I mean, you've seen, bro, I've bought the nice cars, I've done all that stuff, bro. That shit is not fulfilling. It's not.
It's just not. like you gon' some people are like, you gonna go back, you know what I'm saying? You gonna go back that new car, that new Corvette. You might get you a G-Wagon. You might get a Lamborghini. You might get the yellow Lamborghini. You know what I'm saying? And
That was the goal.
and you're gonna realize, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna realize that you felt more fulfilled when you got that Camry when you was 16 years old.
Yeah.
When you got your, you know what I'm saying, when you got your first car.
Yeah.
Once you buy, you know what I'm saying, once you buy a new car, you know what I'm saying, and you get another new car, you see like the feeling, you know what I'm saying, the feeling is less and less fulfilling.
Yeah. You realize it's not important.
It's not important
Right?
at all.
Like,
You know
dude,
what
I'm
I'm saying?
telling you, because I literally just bought that Corvette. And
You tired of it.
dude, after a couple of days, it's like, all right, this is stupid. Because then you start to really like realize the reality of it. It's like, this is not practical at all.
Exactly.
Gas is crazy expensive. Insurance, stupid expensive.
It's a liability.
Like, I can't. Yeah, it's a lie. Everybody that I pull up next to wants to race. Like there's way too much. Like it's stupid. Now, mind you, I sold it for a profit. Like
Yeah.
I was strategic about it, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of people just go buy it just to, oh, I did it. But when you sit in it and you're like, it's almost like instant buyer's remorse. Like, man, for what? What did I do this for? And again, it goes back to the why. Bro. There's nothing more fulfilling to me. Again, all the personal gain in the world, buy whatever, buy the chain, buy whatever. All that's cool. But for me, the most fulfilling thing, bro, is pouring into somebody and seeing them succeed. Like specifically, I can think of somebody in my company right now that I have like truly been pouring into, and I've just been watching her climb through the ranks. And bro, that is the most fulfilling thing in the world.
It is.
It has nothing. That has nothing to do with me, right?
It is.
Like, sure, it feels good for her to be like, "Hey, thank you so much," but like, bro, it's not about me. I get to see her progress. I see her happy, like her mental change. I see, the things in her life change. She's able to buy the new car because she actually needs it. Type of stuff like that stuff is so much more fulfilling. It's so much more important to me. And maybe it's because I'm getting old now, bro. I don't know, but like that's more important to me. So again, I just say all of that to say, not about me. Ask yourself why before you do anything.
Man, this great. That's great. You do, you know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of people doing stuff and they don't even.
Most people do stuff and have no idea why. It's just because everyone else is doing it.
The internet
and that is a terrible reason to do anything.
Internet make everything look cool. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
make everything look popular.
Look, man, if you go to my social, the only things you're going to see is podcasts of that I've been on and a couple other things. Bro, I don't get on that shit, man. All it does is skew your view of the world and of yourself. Most importantly, it skews your view of yourself. And then you lose your why.
You looking at somebody that's posting their highlight reel.
Yeah.
And it make you unhappy, you know what I'm saying, with your own life.
Exactly.
And you might be living a much more fulfilling, much more peaceful. You might be looking at somebody that ain't even posting their own shit.
Exactly. Like, damn,
you know
bro, damn, they got a new Corvette. I need to go get it.
I need to get a new Corvette. Yeah, well.
Bro, you don't even know. I might have rented that vet.
Exactly.
Like, bro, so many people do stuff like that to fulfill the shoes that they think they need to fill because everybody else is doing it instead of worrying about their own why in their own shoebox. It's crazy.
You're right.
Emptying your shoebox so that you can have the shoes the next person has. It's stupid.
It's crazy.
Nah, yeah, let me not say that too loud. I don't want to mess up JP's business model. But
no,
you gotta ask yourself why.
No, you ain't gonna mess up my business model. You break it down to them what the shoebox money is about. The shoebox money, my whole thing about the shoebox and putting money in the shoebox is for you to find your purpose and find something that you know what I'm saying, something that you enjoy doing, you know what I'm saying, that you can try to turn into money for you. Or use the money to invest into something. You right, you don't empty out your shoebox just to put on somebody else's shoes. The whole reason that you putting this money aside is for you to build something for you, yourself, you know what I'm saying, your family, not to go live somebody else's dream. Like that's it. It's the dumbest shit ever.
And truly a dream, bro, because none of this shit on social media is real.
No, it's not.
None of it.
It's not.
I'm telling you, I had to get off it, and that's a whole podcast just on whether or not you should be on social media or the effects of it. But like I got off it because I knew it was not good for my mental. Like I could actively feel myself comparing and this person's doing that, this person, and just to realize none of them people are doing any of that to begin with.
It's crazy.
But subconsciously, man, it affects your decision making. And
I feel, you know what I'm saying, I feel the same way you feel too, like far as like helping people. That's my whole reason for coming to doing a podcast, you know what I'm saying, and not, you know what I'm saying, not giving up on it, sticking with it, because I mean it do, you know what I'm saying, it get hard sometimes, get expensive, you know what I'm saying, keeping it going. Not haven't really even seen, you know what I'm saying, because you're doing it with me. Haven't even really seen, you know what I'm saying, no money back from it yet, for real, not for real. And
But bro, and I know y'all don't know this, but like when I've been out here for a day.
Yeah.
everywhere we go, people stop you like, JP, man, hey, keep doing your thing. I like what you're doing. You know, I learned this, I learned that. That's got to be.
It's fulfilling.
Yeah, like that's the why.
And you feel like, you feel like you doing this, you doing what you set out to do. Like I always feel like I'm at my best, you know what I'm saying, when I'm helping other people. When I'm just doing stuff, you know what I'm saying, for me, you know what I'm saying, for my own selfish reasons. Like I ain't gonna lie, the outcome is never as fulfilling as when, you know what I'm saying, like I'm walking through the streets and somebody telling me, like, I've been doing my shoebox. I was able to take a trip this year. You know what I'm saying? I do want you to invest the money, but
yeah, like all the people doing the white tea challenge with you, bro. Like,
it's a lot of people doing
strangers.
the white tea. Exactly. And I do want y'all to invest the money, but still, like the fact that you was able to save money and put money up yourself and go take a trip off of something simple, you know what I'm saying, that you picked up from my platform, like, ain't no better feeling than it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it let me know that, you know what I'm saying, I'm contributing something to the world.
Yeah, bro, I would argue that traveling is an investment though, because you got to get out. Like, I don't care where you're from, you got to get out of there, go see something new. There's a whole lot of world out there that thinks totally different than you do. Challenge yourself. Like, you know, traveling, bro, expands your mind.
That's what I was gonna ask you. What type of investment? But you say it's investing.
That's investing.
It's investing in knowledge.
Yeah, that expands your mindset completely. Okay. And you may get over there and find a whole problem that you can solve there, right? You never know, man. But cameraman's getting mad at us. I think we're way over time. You hit on a critical point though. You said you haven't really seen the return on this yet.
Yeah.
Yet you continue to do this because of the fulfillment, right?
Yeah.
If you understand your why, ask that question before you get into it. That's how you sustain it. Because the money's gonna come. Mm-hmm. Right? So if you know, hey, I know that this is worth it. I know that my why is not tied to the dollars. I know that my why is something deeper. That's how you sustain while you're not making money, while you keep, losing money, banging your head against the wall, problem after problem, because you're doing it for the right reasons. The money will come. Yeah. Make sure you got the why first.
Man, this is another, I ain't gonna lie, like we gotta wrap it up by force, not by choice.
Yeah, we could go all day.
Yeah, we go all day. We just gonna do a part 3. But it's been another great episode of the Shoebox Money Podcast, you know what I'm saying? My good partner DJ. Y'all tune in with us, you know what I'm saying? Every Thursday we're gonna be dropping new episodes. We here to motivate and inspire. Y'all stay tuned, you know what I'm saying? Y'all stay locked in. Think with your head, not with your heart. Y'all stay out y'all feelings and y'all emotions, man, and come here for the knowledge and apply it. We appreciate y'all for staying locked in. We appreciate y'all for sticking with us all this time. We hope y'all continue to stay locked in with us and sticking with us. See y'all again next Thursday. Appreciate you for coming out, brother.
Sir, thanks for having me.
For sure.